Welcome to Agridata Inc.'s tutorial video for the shared or linked form functionality within the Surety Pro subscription. The ability to share or link a form between multiple Surety Pro and Surety accounts is a very valuable tool for companies that want to efficiently and accurately receive orders from customers or subcontractors. Sharing or linking forms allows a Surety Pro account to grant other Surety or Surety Pro subscriptions access to one or more of their form templates. The other Surety or Surety Pro subscriptions will then be able to map desired boundaries and then generate this shared or linked form. Once saved, the boundary and any other data saved with it will be accessible through the Surety Pro subscription that originally shared the form. And the Surety or Surety Pro account saving the forms has access to that as well. The main intent of this feature is to provide a way for customers to submit forms, whether it be a work order request, service request, inspection, etc., directly to another party, and then provide the ability to track the progress of submitted information. This video will demonstrate how to share or link a form with another subscription, what the shared account needs to do, and how to manage those submitted forms. To begin, I want to go over the custom form that I have set up because it will show you some of the options that you have when putting together a work order form. We highly recommend using a custom form as opposed to one of the default maps or form templates within your Surety subscription. You can either create your own by using the admin dropdown if you have administrative functionality and going to the form designer. Otherwise, you can request us to create one for you, and we will work hard and quick to get it into your account for you and optimize it for sharing as well. Even if you do create it yourself, we highly recommend letting us know and having us go over that form in order to, again, provide some optimizations and to ensure that everything works the way you want it to. I'm going to start by selecting a client and just showing you the form that I've set up within this account. And that way we can go over some of the a little bit different functionality within that form. I'm just going to select a field and create my work order submission. So this is my custom form that I've set up here. It's a fairly simplistic form, but it has some functions that are unique to the custom form option. So my owner operator is the same when I generate it in this form or in this account, but when the end user sees it, it will be their information. So it'll be whatever I have set up for the profile for this client in the system. Other lists within this form will link to your list. So essentially the crop names that you have in your list here, that is what they will see when they open the form. With the exception of the customer list. So this is the customer list. This will link to their own client list within their account so that they don't have to retype their customer information every time they need to put it in, or they don't have to use your customer list, or you don't have to have a specific customer list for them. You can do pretty much all the same functionality within a shared form as you would within just a standard form. With the required fields, we can set up a automatic emailing system, so then when they do submit a work order, it'll automatically shoot either you or whatever you designate for an email address the copy of the form or a notification. I'm going to close out here. To start, we're going to go up to the admin dropdown, and again, we need admin permissions in order to set up and share custom forms. I'm going to go to invite users. So we have two different functionalities here. We have invite user and shared form manager. Both can share the form the way we want. The invite user is a little bit more detailed in the wizard portion of it, so it's good to use the first time in order to kind of get your bearings on how to do it. So right away, there's only one option here. We'll just go ahead and click next. The next one is to assign a client that represents the guest client. So whoever you're sharing this form with, they need to be set up as a client within your account. And you can either select from the list of clients that you have or use the edit clients link to set a new one up. This is where we designate which form or layer that we want to share with them. I choose my work order submission, click next. Where will this form be saved? So we can either decide to have the data that is saved be filed within this Surety Pro account, or it can save to the end client's Surety Pro account if they have one, or if they just have a Surety account, they can email or save as PDF like they normally would, but that data will not then link back to this original Surety Pro account. So I'm going to stick with that first one. It is the most common, but there are some applications for the other setup. So what we're going to do is we're going to send the client an email with a link in order for them to log into their account and add that form to their list. So this is where we come in and we set the from email address, what they're getting the request from, and then we'll click on add guest emails in order to add their email address. And we can add more than one if we want, or simply just one. Go ahead and click next. And that is done. So we've sent that email. So I'll go ahead and play both parties here. I'm going to open up the email that is sent. And as we can see, it provides a link that we can click on in order to log in. So this is a special link. It won't work just with the regular login, but it will work with this link. So I'm gonna copy this. Otherwise, you can just click on it to open in your default browser. And I'm gonna open up a new browser here. Navigate to that login page, and then put in my information to log in. Once I'm logged in, I can see the shared form appear over in my right panel. So it appears in a special little section underneath the regular list of maps and forms, and it's defined as the company name that shared it with me, so ABC Cooperative, and the name of the form itself, work order submission. So from here, I can select or draw the field that I want, create this form. And here's we can see we don't select a customer here. This is already populating with that client information from the original account. So this represents this account's information. We can continue filling out this form. As we can see, this list does not let us edit. That means that this is pulling from that original Surety Pro account that shared the form with us. Here again is that customer list. So this is the only list that is different. It now links to this account's client list. So we can add, remove items to this list, or just select from the existing. Here again, we can fill out what we need to do and go ahead and save the form. Once we've saved this form, this Surety user or the Surety Pro user can view it within their form manager. Within the Surety accounts, we could just go to Tools drop down, go to Manage All Forms, and it'll appear in this list here. Again, we can still use the work order submission from the drop down and choose specific columns related to this form. We could reopen this form back up and modify anything to it, but we cannot delete the form. It will not let us do that. Just like in a Surety Pro account, it will annotate the map with the layer styling that is set up for this particular form, and it can be turned on and off within the more custom layers in our layers panel. All right, I'm going to hop back to your Surety Pro account. I'm going to clear my client because I'm not in the correct one. Go to my form manager, and if I have my work order submission form highlighted here, I can see everything that's been saved. And so we have now one saved record that again I can open up, make modifications to, such as add a status, and then save. Since this is the same record we're viewing back and forth between both accounts. Whatever you save and update on this one will also appear back in our submitter's account. We can manage what companies and what forms we have shared by going to the admin dropdown, going to the shared form manager. So this will bring up a list of all of the different clients that we have shared forms with, as well as which forms they are, what type they are, and what email address is attached to it, and if they've activated it yet. So if they haven't clicked on that link and logged in, this will say pending, otherwise it'll be active. We can add more real quickly by using the add client and then adding and removing forms and email addresses to send another invite link. We can remove again by clicking add remove and then clicking on the trash can to remove that form, as well as remove that email address from this client record. That will remove only the link within the Surety or Surety Pro account that you've shared with. It's not going to remove any saved information, so you'll still be able to see all that. Close out here. Again, we highly recommend you use a custom form, and to contact us if you are going to do that, you can contact us by emailing us at info@agridatainc.com or giving us a call at 701-746-8580. Also, you can find some more support information by going to the Help dropdown, clicking on Support, going to Surety Pro Features, and scrolling all the way down to the form sharing and order taking section. So we have 3 different pages going through step by step on how to set up a shared form. Please subscribe to our Agridata Inc. YouTube channel. That way you get updates on when we put out new videos. Thank you for watching.